could use this platform. Taj, man, let's work it. I'm curious. Let's work.
Yeah, there's some shit, yo. All right. Eve was such a narcissist, self-centered, self-absorbed, and selfish, pulled out of Adam's rib so cleanly she didn't have a heart attached. And Paul's rule that women should be covered in silence should have been put in the book of Genesis. Eve had a chest cavity made of bone and filled up with all ego. No wonder she was easy prey for Satan to snake his way into, like erect manhood entering a vagina monologue being held at the end of low self-esteem. You got to catch him young. Eve, could not leave well enough alone, simply follow one simple truth. Just don't eat the fruit. A rule so simple that the fruit didn't even have a name. But her brain was so stuck in the mirror, she couldn't even play the game right, used her wiles to confuse and discombobulate poor Adam, who acted like a bull with a hula hoop nose ring, following Eve into an eviction. And the loss of heaven was so traumatic that every generation feels its absence all the way down to its DNA. And Eve walks away, stomping her heel to bruise the devil's head, getting red-bottom stilettos in exchange for her toxic femininity. You got to catch them young, because from day one, she's been the assassin of masculinity. No wonder that men of the cloth reject the box in such totality, bowing down only for the boys at the altar. You got to mold them young, because when they're older, they only pretend to love you, only to leave you for someone fresher. Pain and misery will be your lover, and malice will become your mistress. So you learn that you can only love her horizontally, only for as long as her ID stays vertical. Play her private parts like a piano. Her screams that you muffle will be a sweet melody. The blood on her keys will not be a period, but a ... that you can connect yourself, and the kisses on her 7-year-old navel are innocent. I'ma save her from herself. I'ma keep her from becoming a Jezebel or the liar that locked up the biblical Joseph, lick that little girl's ear and turn her into a wannabe Aaliyah instead of that Hooters girl who lies to every one of us, reciting to me a cut and paste line like, of course you're my favorite customer, just so I can end up buying a few more buffalo wings. You gotta catch them young. Okay. Maybe Eve isn't the sole blame of things. After all, Lilith left, chasing the kiss of angel wings, and some say she was the first, but she left on a succubus, killing her kids when no one was around to quench her thirst. So trauma always needs reparation and restoration. So if I take my baby mama's daughter at the age of 4 and use my stubby fingers to spread her not ready petals of her flower, it's really the premenstrual administration of a shaman's healing touch, like an Arab or African genital mutilation that I can repeat and repeat as long as she keeps our secret. And if I get caught, it won't cost me much. God knows my heart. See, I pray 5 times a day, and I'll just wear my kufi tighter and lift my prayer rug a little higher so the community can sweep our collective feelings of guilt under it and hide away our pain as we point fingers at pork eaters and racist skinheads in trailer parks wearing wife beaters, even though the mosque is no different than a conclave of pointy hat bishops. We got pulpits that sit on deep pits of dark secrets that I whisper in her ear, while my hands cup a tiny waistline. This is for all the Salomes that killed Johns, for Cleopatra to Medusa to Nicki Minaj. This is for being the blame for long poems and deep pain, for Lot's daughters who raped him when he was asleep, all because he left their mama behind. And the tears of these little girls lost are just a memorial to a life turned into salt. Oh, see, I purposely catch you young. Don't tell anybody. I'll buy you that Barbie, that brat doll, that easy bake oven. And when you outgrow me, I'll still buy you clothes and your first cell phone. I'll pop up at your school and cheer you on field day. And no one will know why you tense up or glance away at family get-togethers or the prayer at the end of Ramadan. And I'll be okay. I'll always remember what you taste like, how you sound like a kitten being choked out by its owner. The touch of your smooth skin will forever keep me young, knowing that I'm in your pores will be an infinity satisfaction. You will compare all your boyfriends to me. And it'll be me that you imagine in all the kissing scenes you see at Nick at Night. And the only place you'll spill your guts is in a marble journal, because I've ingeniously sculpted you like a maniac Michelangelo, convinced you that no one can love you like me. That only someone my age could see you for who you really are. This is nothing sexual, as everyone is told. It's just that being with you makes me forget that I'm old. You gotta catch them young, but make them ready. It's not even my fault that you came on to me. That's my arms and my lap. They're the only place that you can find solace and safety. And your mama doesn't really love you like she does the job that she leaves you for daily. And your daddy doesn't love you like he loves hating your mama. And R. Kelly has a voice that was a gift from God. And Roman Polanski makes great movies that move us. And Woody Allen was just as funny as Cosby, right? Don't worry. If the weight of my sweaty body on your mind gets too heavy for you to carry, I'll teach you to transfer your anger on the next nigga that your mama marries. And after all, he'll probably be tall and mean and deep voice and scary. I think your scars will heal if you keep them out of the light, and if you keep me away from your little sister. And in time, the mistakes of your mother will be forgiven, and we'll get back into heaven where we will get to eat the fruit and finally learn its name.
I hate that poem.
Yeah, I do too.